Hello and welcome. You are watching the Western Athletic Conference here on ESPN+. Today we've got a good one for you between two evenly matched teams. It's going to be ACU versus UT Rio Grande Valley. My name's Cohen Carpenter here with Adam Merez. And Adam, you watched the game on Friday, the Abilene Christian versus Lamar game. Can you tell us how that went down?
Yeah, it was a really great game. Ended 0-0, went to double overtime. ACU played quite well that game. Lamar had a really great offense, but ACU's defense met the challenge quite nicely and kept them to bed. So Rio Grande Valley came off a win on Friday as well. Looked like it was a hard-fought win. They did pick up a red card that game, so that player for UTRGV will not be playing today.
Yep, and it's going to be a good one. Two evenly matched teams, like we already said, has a few losses against some big schools, but we're going to be right back getting into the action right after this break.
Light bringers and courageous leaders who inspire us, game changers and risk takers who never play small, creative thinkers and God seekers who uplift us. You see, the future is ours to create. We hold it in our hearts. We mold it with our hands. We light the fire within.
In my small town, we focus on faith, family, and football. My journey of faith has defined who I am and whose I am. Knowing that, what could possibly stand in my way? I authored a book titled Life After Grace to encourage others to live out their purpose with their faith. I'm just a small town girl with bigger than the sky dreams. That's why I'm getting my degree online with ACU.
Pursue your undergraduate or graduate degree online at Abilene Christian University.
I served our country in the military for 4 years. I was a pastor of a small church where I wore a lot of hats. I was the cleanup guy, the painter, the lawn guy, the preacher. You name it, I was doing it. We got a lot of calls of people needing counseling, and I was not equipped to help them. So now I'm pursuing my bachelor's and master's degree online with ACU. Someday, I'll serve my community as a counselor.
Pursue your undergraduate or graduate degree online at Abilene Christian University.
My faith is a huge part of who I am, but after years of being in ministry, I just didn't feel equipped to help some families in crisis. So I enrolled in ACU's online master's program, and I finally got the training I needed. Today, I'm a marriage and family therapist with my own nonprofit counseling center. It's a privilege to listen and walk beside families as they move towards a better outcome. I feel like I finally arrived at my true calling in life, and ACU helped me get there.
Pursue your undergraduate or graduate degree online at Abilene Christian University.
We got a good matchup here between UT Rio Grande Valley and Abilene Christian University. Both teams are about to enter conference play. Abilene Christian did last night with a 0-0 tie with Lamar, and we're back here today with another WAC matchup, UTRGV versus ACU.
ACU's been struggling to find the back of the net so far this season. Let's hope that turns around today. I think they're really itching to get some goals today.
Yeah, for sure. Just looking down the schedule, looking at the scores between these different games, UTRGV does seem to have a better capacity to be scoring goals. High on the season is they scored 4 versus Concordia a month ago, and ACU just hasn't had that same production throughout the season. Their season high for a game versus Grambling about a week ago where they scored 2.
Yeah, that's right there. ACU's defense has really been keeping them in a lot of these games, and I think they're hoping for some help from their offense. Absolutely.
Yeah,
Looks
both.
like a pregame ritual here going for ACU.
Yeah. Both of these teams, their biggest losses have come from big FBS schools. Notably, ACU started off the season with a 3-0 loss to UT, and UTRGV played TCU as their third game of the season and lost 6-0. So they both have been very good at competing with teams that are on their level, but obviously when you go up to that FBS level, things are a bit different.
That's right. ACU really came alive as each half kind of went along. They started slow. Hopefully that can change, so they can kind of channel that energy they had at the end of the game and come starting off strong today.
For sure. Right here, we're looking at the starting lineup for the Abilene Christian Wildcats. And the head of that group there, number 00, Lily Foster, was one of the big reasons for that 0-0 tie Friday night against Lamar. Her and that defense are really putting on a showing this season.
Looks like we're all set to get this match going. All right. I'm interested to see how the Vaqueros will come out and play ACU. Last game, ACU was one to be on the offensive and put pressure on Lamar's defense.
For sure. And like we said, it'll also be interesting to see how Rio Grande Valley's potent offense goes up against ACU's stout defense.
Yep.
Here comes Rio Grande Valley. Trying to set up something offensively here. Ball's going to go out of bounds. Rio Grande's going to throw in on ACU's half of the field. Little shot on goal there, but it was high over Lily Foster's head. Yet another ACU goal kick. Good kick there from Lily Foster, just couldn't manage to keep it in bounds. It's going to be Rio Grande ball again, still on ACU's half of the field.
Lily Foster has some really great saves last game. I think she's got a lot of momentum to make this one a good one as well.
For sure. That was shot on goal there by Rio Grande Valley, but again, that was way too high to be close. Few headers back and forth there, but it's going to come down ACU ball. See if the defenders can put up an attack here.
Wildcats under some pressure early.
For sure, Rio Grande Valley is doing a good job keeping possession and keeping the ball on ACU's half of the field, not really letting them breathe here early on.
It's a good switch of play there by the Wildcats.
There we go.
Really good pass. Let's see if you can get there.
Good defense there by Rio Grande Valley.
He's got some numbers. It's a good chance there by ACU. I believe that's Natalie Jones there that drew that foul for the Wildcats. She's been their best player so far.
For sure. ACU finally starting to get something rolling here on offense. Let's see if they can set up an offense now on Rio Grande Valley's side of the field.
Looks like this will be a ball into the box. See if they can get some numbers in and find a goal here.
There's number 15, Emily Heidman. She's been controlling the ball. When ACU's down in Rio Grande Valley territory, it's usually her with the ball. Pass back to the defenders. Slowing things down here a little bit. Long through ball there. Just was a bit too much for Emily Heidman, right over her head. Obviously, we've got a whack-on-whack game here right now. It's Rio Grande Valley, ACU, both part of the WAC conference, so that means there could be playoff implications on the line just going forward and how these teams are going to match up.
Especially early on, for both teams being their second game in conference play. I think a lot of it's going to be feeling each other out, and they'll probably play each other again at some point.
For sure, yeah. And I think on Friday, ACU got a little bit of a test, a little bit of a feel of what that conference play is going to be like with Lamar, and it's just going to be interesting to see how they go forward here with the rest of the season.
Absolutely, yeah. This being their first season in the WAC for the Wildcats, very interested to see how they fare in not just soccer but all sports in general.
For sure. Yeah, and with all sports, it's going to start off with the out-of-conference games. That's why you saw both Rio Grande Valley and ACU playing big names like UT, New Mexico State, Texas Tech, UTEP, because they get those out-of-conference games out of the way early in the season, and then the latter half of the season is going to be those conference games. There's Rio Grande Valley picking up the pace, but a kick way out of bounds. Lily Foster's getting her leg warmed up here early on. Quite a few goal kicks. Another contested kick. A few back and forth headers, but it looks like it's going to be Rio Grande ball after a tumble there by number 33, Kaylin Wright. She got up fast. Looks like she'll be okay. So here we're going to take another look at that. There's the header. Getting it on the Rio Grande side of the field, and there's number 33. It looked like a clean play, just tripped up.
Real good hustle there by the Wildcats.
For sure. Here's Rio Grande Valley on a little bit of a fast break here. Good job by number 12, keeping it in bounds. It's Anna Barkley.
Good defense there by ACU.
Anna Barkley all by herself down here in this ACU defense. Rio Grande trying to keep possession of the ball. There's that ACU defense. Good ball security throughout that whole possession. There's number 33. Oh, and that's going to be out of bounds on Rio Grande Valley. It's going to be ACU ball. Here, it may be a shot on goal.
Good save there by the Vaqueros.
Good placement there by the Wildcats. Top corners are usually where you want it,
Absolutely.
but just a outstanding save by the keeper. A little bit of a error there. One of the defenders passing it back outside of the field. It's going to be Rio Grande Valley on ACU's half of the field. This may come back to bite them here. It's going to be number 9, Nadia Colin, taking this corner kick. This is probably Rio Grande's best shot at a goal here so far this game. Kicks up, but it's nowhere near any Rio Grande Valley players. Ooh, shot on goal there by Rio Grande Valley. In and out, through the legs of some ACU defenders, but good save there by Lily Foster getting down and getting that ball.
It's really good by Lily to keep that ball close to her as well. That player from Rio Grande Valley was coming hard. ACU's defense really needs to pick that up.
Yeah, for sure. There was a lot of ACU defenders in that area. That ball somehow managed to slip by all of them. But that was the first real shot on goal that Rio Grande Valley's had this game. ACU trying to respond down on Rio Grande Valley's side of the field, but Rio Grande's regained possession.
Bit of an errant pass there by the Vaqueros.
2-on-1 gets the ball stolen. Now here's a fast break from Rio Grande, but a errant pass turns it back over. Here comes ACU. Quite a few turnovers here. Switching it back from either team's offense to their defense off a few pretty bad passes. We see another one there. I think both teams right now just need to slow it down, focus on ball control and try and mount a attack here. There's Rio Grande in the corner. Oh,
Nice
through
bit
the
of skill there.
legs. A little bit of a shot on goal, but it's going to be too far to the right. And Lily Foster was there anyway. She's going to get another goal kick. Good ball handling nonetheless there by Rio Grande Valley. There's Rio Grande Valley with a throw-in, little header. Back at the top of the key, there's a shot. Way too far to the left. Rio Grande Valley is definitely getting close there on offense. They've had a few chances at some pretty nice shots, but they usually are missing badly.
I think they're finding a lot of space right in between ACU's defensive line and in the midfield.
For sure. Comes Rio Grande Valley with yet another shot on goal. That time it was accurate, but not nearly hard enough. That's going to be an easy save for Lily Foster. Just going to roll it out to her defenders here. Past few times when she's going for the goal kick, she'll kick it out to the middle of the field, but taking a more conservative approach here, letting her defense set up the offense. At midfield, 3-on-1, passing it back out. Just one of the defenders coming up. Across midfield. Passing out deep into Rio Grande Valley territory. Number 33, right. Giving it her best effort.
Errant pass there.
Here we go, 1-on-3. Let's see if we can even get a shot on goal here. Doesn't look like it. Number 9's going to go back out. There's 15, Emily Heidman. Nothing to it. That ball's going to roll out of bounds harmlessly.
Most of ACU's opportunities so far has been off Lamar's, UT Rio Grande Valley's defensive mistakes.
Yeah, and that's what ACU's got to be real good at, and Rio Grande Valley is whenever you see the other team make a mistake, you've got to capitalize on it because especially with a defense like ACU, you're not going to get a lot of those mistakes. So when you find that hole, you've got to attack it.
Absolutely.
Here's Emily Heidman with a throw-in. Heidman's really been controlling the ACU offense for the most part of this game. Ooh, big block there, 18.
Real
making a
good
drive to the
hustle there by
goal.
ACU.
Passing out, 33, but good slide there by Rio Grande Valley and a big kick to send it all the way back to ACU's side of the field. A good offensive possession there by ACU, but even better defense by Rio Grande Valley. Whenever they saw the girl with the ball, they swarmed her and didn't give her much room to breathe. ACU's going to try again. Comes that ball close to midfield. Here's Rio Grande Valley. Top of the key. Good defense there by ACU. It's going to be another turnover. Here's Emily Heidman again. Let's see if she can get something cooking on offense. Ooh, and that one's going to be close, but they're going to give that to Rio Grande Valley, I believe. Two girls are right in that vicinity, but I don't think either one of them touch it, so it's going to go out on ACU. Here's a throw-in. Bit of an errant pass there. It's going to turn the ball over yet again. Oh, and big play there. Rio Grande Valley attacking number 9, Natalie Jones. Obviously, big size difference there. Natalie Jones goes down. So here she is with the ball. Tripped up there a little bit, but the fall may have been purposeful, trying to interrupt the flow of play there for the Wildcats.
ACU's really shown some aggression so far in this game.
Yeah,
That's
for
something
sure.
that was definitely lacking early on against Lamar last Friday. Lamar really took it to him physically, but I think ACU's learned from that and has responded well so far this game.
For sure. Yeah, this definitely doesn't look like it's going to be another double overtime 0-0 tie. Both teams are being fairly efficient on offense. We've got a few turnovers, but all in all, pretty aggressive game. Here's ACU. 26, Alyssa Shutt with that kick. And ACU is going to boot it out of bounds. Going to be Rio Grande ball across the midfield line. Good ball handling there, but it's going to be yet another turnover. Rio Grande attacking fast. Got a 1-on-2. Now a 1-on-3, passing it back out. There's number 12. To 10, back out to 10. She may have a shot on goal, but good swarm there by the Wildcats. Another shot on
What
goal.
a save.
And good save there by Lily Foster. That looked like the best chance for a goal that either team has had this game, but just good way to hound her on defense there by the Wildcats. That was number 10, Emily Zapata for Rio Grande. Who
Really
was,
good link-up play between their two attackers.
For sure, yeah. Good job of harassing this Wildcat defense early with 25:55 left in the half. So here's the Wildcats. Good job on defense as ever. Rio Grande Valley is not going to let them have it easy. Ball's at midfield, and Rio Grande Valley has possession. Here's another drive. Working our way through the ACU defense. Can't find a hole, though. It's going to be another turnover. One of the Rio Grande Valley players takes a tumble there, but she's going to get right back up. Ball on midfield, ACU ball. There's number 9. Struggling to keep possession, but it's going to go back to the defense. There we go. Good pass. Rio Grande side of the field. Number 9, Natalie Jones with a shot on goal, I believe. But there's going to be an easy save there by the number 1, the goalkeeper, Maylee Laundrie.
It's really positive, though, for the Wildcats. They've been a little bit methodical with trying to find opportunities, but sometimes you really just need to put shots on goal.
For sure. ACU ball here. Number 15, Emily Heidman. Across the field.
It's a great switch.
Trying to find a girl, and she does. ACU's going to make a drive on goal here. Shot on goal, but it's going to be a bit too wide. Good effort, though, by the Wildcats. And here's the kick. Line drive to the center of the field. ACU's going to steal that one. Emily Heidman yet again working on that Rio Grande Valley defense. Driving to the corner. A little bit of a through ball there, but can't find a girl. Rio Grande Valley is going to get a steal.
Looks like a potential counterattack
Here they
developing
come.
here.
Pass was a bit too fast for anyone to get their feet on, and it's going to roll harmlessly out of bounds.
Into your Wildcats, number 14, Nicole Farhan.
It's going to be ACU ball after this Lily Foster kick. Lily Foster lining it up. Here's the kick. And she's been fairly aggressive with her goal kicks this entire game, getting them all around to about midfield.
Good defense there.
Here we go. It's a good fast break. 2-on-1 situation there. She's going to pass it. But good job by number 9. Natalie Jones saving the ball there. Number 14 got a bit caught up there on the play.
Really good chance here for ACU. Let's see if they could find someone in the box here.
It's probably best chance of scoring that they've had so far this game.
It's like it might be a little too far out to go straight for goal here. We'll see what she can do.
They're going to have Alyssa Shutt take this kick. Lining up her shot. It's going to fly over the goal. It's going to be Rio Grande volley yet again. So far, pretty evenly matched here in the early going. Both teams have made some fairly good drives into the opponent's side of the field.
Real good touch there.
Ball handling, but the referee is going to say that she stepped out of bounds there. It's going to be Rio Grande Vol. Rio Grande, big pass, but Wildcats are right there to defend it. Here's number 9 working her way near the corner. 2-on-1 situation there for Nadia Colon. And it's going to be a corner kick as she hits it off the Wildcat
This might be a
defender.
throw-in.
Oh, throw-in. Wasn't quite. Colon with a big throw. And that one is going to go out of bounds on Rio Grande Valley. Yet another kick here for Lily Foster. 19-19 left to play in the first half. Here comes Lily Foster. Rio Grande able to capture that one and take a big shot on goal there, just a little too far to the left. Lily Foster gonna take another kick here. There we go. A lot of hang time on that one. That one's going to come down in the Wildcats. Rio Grande takes back possession. There's 12, Anna Barkley driving
Carries
down.
with some space here. Good save there.
Good diving save there by Lily Foster. One of the more competitive shots on goal this game. The Wildcats. Rio Grande trying to poke a hole in that defense, but cannot manage to do so. Wildcats are going to let it go out there, give it back to Lily Foster for another goal kick.
With UTRGV not being afraid to take some shots, ACU's really got to be careful on defense. That when that shot is taken, that they're marking those their man coming in
For sure.
for any second chance opportunities.
And what do you think about these goal kicks here? That she's been getting them near midfield every time, and there's yet another one there. And I'd say about 50% of the time, Rio Grande Valley comes down with the ball.
Yeah, I think ACU needs to be a little bit more aggressive here in the air, and then find an outlet from there to take the pass.
For sure. Here's 26, Alyssa Shutt working downfield. That ball's going to go out of bounds.
For ACU, number 24, Brianna Diaz.
Rio Grande's going to get their shot at a goal kick here. There's a kick. Another line drive. That one's going to come down to Rio Grande Valley's possession. But ACU steals it away. Back on offense here. Here's Alyssa Shutt. Shutt with the big pass. Almost saved there by...
I like the idea by ACU there, trying to find some runners in the box to get a header.
Yeah. Rio Grande Valley just did a good job there of staying on their guy and not really giving her a lot of space to work with. Ball's going to go out of bounds. Another goal kick. That one's going to go out of bounds, but it's Rio Grande ball.
So we got some subs.
Subs coming in. 8, 11, and 4. That's going to be Elena Seppa, Molly Reynosa, and Marcy Garza coming into the game for Rio Grande Valley. Here's a throw-in. Good throw there. Setting up the offense, but it's a 2-on-1 situation, and the Wildcats are going to steal it right back. Trying to work a little magic here on offense. Here comes the Wildcats. Across midfield. Big pass there. But no one's going to be near it. It's going to be Rio Grande ball. So Alyssa Shutt. Shot on goal. A little too far to the left, though. Still a lot of time left in this game. I think you've got to, for both teams really, I think you've just got to focus on slowing it down and get a good offensive possession here, spread the ball around a little bit, and only take a shot when you've got a real good one. Because I think what we're seeing a lot is taking these shots from way beyond the arch, and they're going to fly out of bounds most of the time. Wildcats back on offense.
Bit of an errant touch there by the Wildcats.
Another throw in here for Rio Grande. Gonna get a sub here. Looks like number 3, Delaney Carroll, is gonna come into the game. Short little throw in back to Carroll. Nice pass there. Getting onto ACU's half of the field. Number 11.
Nice takeaway.
Here comes the Wildcats.
ACU looking to counter.
Oof.
Looks like someone got tripped up there.
Yeah, 14 was looking for a girl who was on the ground.
See if the ACU tries to put something in the box here, just elects to go for possession. Looks
Yeah,
like
for sure.
We're going for some sort of set piece.
Yeah, obviously too far to take a shot here. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. And that's going to be another easy save for the goalkeeper. She's going to rugby punt that one. Good punt. Getting it all the way down to the opposing box, and that ball's going to go out of bounds.
It's going to be a corner kick for the Vaqueros.
Only 2 corner kicks this game. This is being the second one, and it's going to be taken by Nadia Colin, who took the first one. Let's see if their fortunes change here. And there's the kick. Going for the header was Rio Grande Valley. Couldn't get a head on it, though, and that's going to go out of bounds yet again. And they said that went out on the Wildcats, so number 6 here, Anna Torslov, is going to take this corner kick.
Big advantage for ACU is their height in the box.
That's for sure. When you're looking at the headers and the people jumping up, there's definitely a height advantage there for the Wildcats. Oh, and couldn't catch the number, but Rio Grande Valley got a foot on that, just couldn't manage to poke the ball in the right direction. It's going to be another goal kick for Lily Foster.
With all that height, ACU has been struggling to stay marked up on their players coming in the box, it seems like, so far.
For sure. There's another long kick by Foster. ACU is going to keep possession this time. There's number 12 booting it. Out of bounds. Natalie Woodka. There's another throw-in for Rio Grande Valley. But it's going to be out of bounds. Wildcat ball. Stoppage of play here. They're going to call their subs in. Here's number 10. Summing out Natalie Woodka. Rio Grande. He's got the ball. Staying slow with it, trying to set up an offense here. But good defense there by the Wildcats, getting a steal. Working their way downfield. Good back and forth here with the opposing defenses. That ball is going to roll out of bounds. It's going to be out of bounds on the Wildcats. Yet another throw-in for Rio Grande. Here's number 9, Nadia Colin. She's going to get that in, find her girl, 25, and working against 2-on-1 situation here. But she's eventually going to lose control, and it's going to be Wildcat ball.
It's good defensive play there.
Wildcats struggling to get it out of their own side of the field. Fighting for possession is Rio Grande. Booting it back out, number 8. And back at midfield, here's a big kick.
Looks like offsides was the call.
Calling offsides there. It's going to be Wildcat ball.
Rio Grande attacker starting in an offside position when that ball was booted up and coming back. It's an easy call for the referee.
For sure. Here's Wildcat ball. Looking for a good possession here. Bit of an errant pass there is going to turn the ball over yet again. There's Nadia Colin. Good defense there by the Wildcats. And yet another steal. Good recovery there by number 10. Wildcats struggling to keep possession of the ball here. There's number 12. Back to 11. Here comes Rio Grande. And good save there by Lily Foster. That one was a hot off the foot, but she managed to get there. Lily Foster going for the punt. And that one's going to roll out of bounds on the Wildcats. Only 5:50 left to play, and we're still scoreless through the first half. Here's Rio Grande. Rio Grande turns it over. Wildcats driving.
Good find there.
Number 24, a 2-on-3 situation here. Looking for options, and they're going to go back out. Shot on goal there, and there's going to be a goal. In and out of the hands of the Rio Grande Valley keeper. Good shot with good velocity off the foot there, and that was just too much. It ate up the keeper there. Good pass out, way to set it up. Wasn't overly aggressive in this possession here, and a great shot from deep. It was just high enough to challenge the keeper there. And that one's going to go in. We've got our first score of the game here with 5:21 left in the game.
Real big momentum boost for ACU going into the half. Let's see if they can keep this lead and head into the locker room.
For sure. But that is a play that I'm sure the Rio Grande Valley goalkeeper would make. It was right on her fingertips, but it just managed to roll over and slip in the net. Good shot nonetheless, and Rio Grande Valley responding with their own shot on goal, but Lily Foster's there to scoop it up. Wildcats working their way. Close to midfield. Back out. Struggle for the ball here. Just a little stoppage of play here. Wildcats ball. Rio Grande Valley looking for a response here before they head into halftime. Number 17. Slowing it down a little bit with 4 minutes left. That pass was, ooh, and a tumble there. She's going to do a little front roll there going out of bounds. The pass was a bit too fast for her, and it's going to be Wildcat ball. Yeah, there's been a few tumbles here in this game, but no serious injuries, which is always good. Here's Lily Foster. Having a pretty good game up to this point. I believe there's been 3 or 4 shots on goal. She's had a few saves.
I think so far this season, and in the games that have been close for ACU, Lily Foster's been one of the main reasons why, for sure.
Yeah. Lily Foster yet again. Couldn't get enough height on that, so it's going to be a turnover, but Wildcats are right back on it. Good fight here. 2-on-2, but there's 15. Errant pass is going to be Wildcat ball, and they're going to make a drive. Here comes Rio Grande.
1-on-1 here. Let's see what'll happen.
Good chance at getting a goal here. She's going to pass it out, and there's a shot from deep. Rio Grande is going to poke that right over the head of Lily Foster, and we're all tied up here with 1:58 left in the second half. Good shot here by Rio Grande Valley. Went most of the first half without any goals, and we've got 2 here late. And a good effort there by Lily Foster, but that ball was good velocity and good height, just was a foot, maybe 6 inches away from her reach. So back to a tie game here. Big kick. It'll be Rio Grande Valley ball. That's gonna go out of bounds. So with 1 minute and 35 seconds left on the clock, we've got a tie game here. After about 40 minutes of back and forth with no goals, we've got 2 here late, and the Wildcats are making yet another drive. Shot on goal.
Off the post.
Just hit the crossbar. Really good placement. A few more inches in, and that's probably a goal. But great shot there. And again, we're seeing these good, well-placed shots from distance, which is difficult to do, especially with how these 2 defenses have been playing.
Absolutely.
And they're still getting great placement. And here's a corner kick, ACU's first corner kick of the game, looking to capitalize here. The ball's in. ACU trying to use that height to their advantage. They maintain possession, passing it out. Missed the header. But good defense there by Rio Grande. Big kick there. Where's that going to land? Rio Grande, a couple of headers, but ACU's still contesting.
Looks like there was a foul called by the referee.
13 seconds left in the half.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So 5 minutes, we've got 2 goals and 1 really impressive shot on goal. So it's going to be interesting to see if both teams can keep up that performance going into the second half. Good defense, especially by the Wildcats, but on both sides, really great back and forth.
Yeah, absolutely. I was really impressed with how the Vaqueros responded after they let a goal in to get on the offensive really fast and get one of their own.
For sure, yeah, and one of the more interesting things is both of those goals came with subs in. Starters weren't all on the field, so it's good to see that both teams really are utilizing the bench to their advantage. Refs are talking something through, but here we go. And, wow, Wildcats looks like they're going to take a risky shot at the goal there instead of setting up an offense. So, like you said, they came out aggressive, didn't pay off, but, yeah, I wasn't expecting to see that.
Yeah, and I think the thought with that there was with how the first goal went in for the Wildcats and the goalkeeper kind of mishandling that ball and it going back into the net, as well as just her goal kicks have been more so line drives, and they've not really been getting past their defensive line. I think it was a plan to try to pin the Vaqueros in deep and see what they could do from there.
So you think they were confident that they were going to get the ball back, so why not take that shot?
Yeah, I think so.
But here's Rio Grande Valley. Deep in ACU territory, we got number 88. Takes a shot on goal there, but nothing to it. And Lily Foster's going to dive down for the easy save, making it look easy.
Good chance there for the Vaqueros.
Now here, ACU's going to get their own shot on offense here. But good defense there by Rio Grande.
It's good defense there by ACU.
He kicked out of bounds there. Didn't see where it went. Looks like it's just going to be a throw-in. And here we go. Rio Grande, good chance here to get ahead early. Here's number 7 with the throw. Big throw. Gets it to her girl. Oh, and that ball's going to squeeze in. May have megged an ACU defender there.
Looks like that was an own goal.
Was it? Lily Foster definitely got down there. She got a hand on it, and it still rolled in there. But, man, Rio Grande definitely coming out swinging, and it pays off there.
Yeah, it looks like number 26 for the Wildcats, Alicia Anuat with the own goal there. Really just unfortunate. Not much you can do about that with those reaction type clearances. Sometimes just things happen. We'll see if the Wildcats can recover.
And that's what's so big in practice is when it comes down to those situations when it seems like both teams are all in that goalie box, it just comes down to instinct there, and you're not really going to have that time to sit back and think about your actions. So there was just one of those instinct plays, but it goes the wrong way.
Yeah, I really think the big thing right now is how is ACU going to respond from just a tough break that's just are bound to happen every now and then.
For sure. Here's Rio Grande. Playing with a 1-goal cushion now. Managing to get it back on offense. 3-on-5. Good pass there by Rio Grande, but it's going to fall harmlessly into the legs of Lily Foster.
I believe that was offsides called by the linesman.
Oh, yep.
It was a definitely good idea, though, by the Vaqueros.
It's ACU ball now. Good kick. Need to set up their offense now. Here's number 7 taking a shot on goal. That one was high.
Very close.
Yeah.
Very close.
Pretty good placement, and it was from way deep.
You can definitely see early on that I think the ACU coach was, a lot of that halftime speech was talking about just putting shots on net. I think they're trying to ask some questions of this goalie given what happened in the first half, and
for sure.
Seeing if they could find any second chance opportunities just from an errant save.
Keeping the pedal on the metal, definitely testing that Rio Grande Valley goalie. Big pass there. Here's number 7. 1-on-2. Has to go back out. Slashing her way up the field. It's going to be a collision there. Both players are down, but they're both going to get up.
Really good opportunity for ACU here. Let's see if they can capitalize on this free kick. There's real good play there by number 15 for the Wildcats, just driving in and making it challenging for the Vaqueros and drawing that foul.
Rio Grande obviously didn't get a foot on the ball there, so here's going to be number 13, I believe, taking this kick. Number 12, rather. Oh, and a good kick. It was pretty fast, but it was right at the legs of the Rio Grande Valley goalkeeper, and she's going to make easy work of that. Here's the rugby punt. Boots it past midfield, deep into ACU territory, and she's going to find her girl. Rio Grande Valley is setting up an offense here. It's 3-on-4. But the Wildcats are right there to take it away, working their way back downfield. Here comes the Wildcats. Big pass. Here's number 7, Christina Ortega.
Some fancy footwork there, draws a corner.
Good work by Ortega. She's going to take this corner here. Another good chance at a shot on goal here. So here comes Ortega. Big kick. Gonna find her girl. Gets a head on it, but it's gonna be out of bounds. Gonna be Rio Grande Valley ball. Here's the keeper. Oh, and a big header there by the Wildcats. Gonna go back and forth here, but it's going to stay Rio Grande Valley ball. We're gonna bring it back.
Looks like a free kick. Wouldn't be surprised, given how this half has started, if number 12 takes a shot on goal to see if they can find a second chance opportunity.
Natalie Woodka here with a big kick. And she is, but it's going to fall harmlessly out of bounds. Yeah, so definitely, back to what you were saying, I mean, they're definitely, looks like they're testing this goalkeeper. Like we said, the Wildcats' first goal was in and out of the hands of the Rio Grande Valley goalkeeper, so maybe they saw that and now they're trying to attack her, playing pretty aggressive.
Exploit that. I think the biggest hurdle right now is all these shots have been just off the mark.
Yeah.
Maybe going for a little bit too much power there. Might just need to work on just getting it on goal
sure.
so that those second chance opportunities can come.
Yeah. Here's Rio Grande Valley. Oh. Working against number 13 there. Good little battle. And that ball's going to go out of bounds. Good job by number 25, keeping that play alive and giving their team a chance at a corner kick. Here's number 6, going to take the corner kick. That is Anna Torslov. So she's going to go back and try and give her team a chance here. The Wildcats are all over it. Oh, and here comes ACU. Fast break, but it gets swallowed up by Rio Grande Valley, kicking it out of bounds. Smart play there.
ACU looking to catch the Vaqueros on their heels, try to play a counterattack, but good job by Rio Grande Valley slowing the ball down so that they can get their players back.
There's number 7.
It's a good switch there by ACU to change the angle of attack.
Oh. Put her foot on the wrong part of the ball on that one.
I believe that's Natalie Jones there that took a shot at that.
She sent that one to the moon. It's going to be Rio Grande ball.
Natalie Jones coming in this game was our most productive player for ACU with 2 goals, and has been quite a field general there in the midfield.
Yeah, for sure.
Aaron goal kick by the Vaqueros goalie.
And definitely in this game, we've seen a lot of Natalie Jones and we've seen a lot of Emily Heidman. They've been pressing that field and they've been really keeping the Rio Grande Valley defense on their toes. Here comes Rio Grande Valley with the goal kick. Big header there by the Wildcats. Back up into their territory. Oh, and oof. Looks like number 7 there, Christina Ortega, got a bit of that leg.
Vaqueros playing fast here, trying to catch the Wildcats out. That's good defense there.
Yeah, great defense. Way to gain possession there. Good pass.
Big part of this game is knowing how to use your body. It's not always about the foot skills sometimes.
For sure. It's going to be a Wildcat throw-in. It's going to be Rio Grande ball here.
All going out of bounds here for a Rio Grande throw-in.
Good opportunity here, down on the Wildcats side of the field. Maybe adding on to their lead this possession. That's going to roll out of bounds.
I think ACU starting this half was a little bit caught off guard by the pressure that the Vaqueros put on, and I think it showed through that first goal. But I think now that the game's kind of gone back and forth, both teams are settled in, and we'll see what happens here with the rest of the game.
There's another throw-in. Rio Grande's all over that one. Good pass there.
Very good skill there.
There's Rio Grande. Maybe a shot on the goal there, but it was blocked. Here comes Rio Grande taking a shot on goal, but it's wide right. But
Looks
a good...
like Lily Foster there. Got a hand on that.
Yeah.
It's going to be Vaqueros' corner. Better safe than sorry there. That shot wasn't going to be wasn't on goal, but it was good of Lily Foster to make sure of that.
And when you're in that goalkeeper position, you know, you're obviously got your eyes on the ball, so sometimes you lose where you are a little bit, but still good effort there by Lily Foster.
Absolutely.
Number 9 for Rio Grande, Nadia Colin. She's taken most of their corner kicks up until this point in the game. Takes this one here. Not a lot of Rio Grande Valley. Oh, and there's a header but saved by the Wildcat defense. That was scary.
Lily Foster with a great reaction save. She dropped down really quick to make sure that didn't roll in.
Yeah, good job there. If that ball had a little more topspin, that may have rolled in, but good work there by the Wildcat defense. Keeping this game within one. Here's the Wildcats. This is their chance to respond.
Oh,
Big
and
pass
there's a shot
there.
here.
Oh, and she's going to get a 1-on-2. Took a shot. Well, that's going to fall out of bounds.
It's the first time we've seen that kind of play from ACU, a big long ball over the top of the defense.
Yeah.
Let's hope to see more of that. They're going to be trying to get a goal here in the rest of this game.
And it almost worked out to their advantage there. Just a little better shot placement.
Natalie Jones here with the ball. Didn't see that other defender coming up. Ooh, looks like she won a corner there. That's a really great play by the Wildcats.
So Wildcats are going to get a good chance of scoring here. Looks like you're going to get number 8. Taking this shot. Kick is in. It's a bit high. Over the head of the nearest Wildcat. There's a scrum for it on the ground there. Back and forth, and it's going to go out of bounds. But
another corner.
Who touched it last? They're going to say Rio Grande. You got a chance to do it again.
I really like ACU's tactic with these corners, just overloading the box, making it messy in there, and seeing if something can work.
For sure. There's a second corner kick, and 15. She's going to get her foot on it. But good defense there by Rio Grande. Oh, and a shot on goal there, blocked. Wildcats keeping it alive, though. There's another shot, but that one's going to go out of bounds.
It's a good sequence there for the Wildcats. I think they're finally finding their footing and seeing what's working against this Vaquero defense and what's not, and playing to those advantages.
It was a good sequence for both teams there because Rio Grande also stood up to it, and the ball was in there, like right in the goal for most of that possession, but they were managing to keep it out.
It's good defense there for sure.
So here's a goal kick. It's going to fall into the legs of number 7, Christina Ortega, and that's going to go out of bounds. A throw in. ACU touched it last, so it's going to be yet another goal kick for Rio Grande. Here comes the kick. Contested. Wildcats are going to come down with it, though. Here's the Wildcats. And looks like a penalty is called there, maybe offside. There's Rio Grande. Well, the Wildcats half the field into the defense. It's going to roll all the way back. And Rio Grande's going to get a chance to set up their offense here. Good throw in, 1-on-2. Here's number 17, Boots it past the goal, keeping it in bounds. The Wildcats are going to come away with it here. Ball rolls out of bounds.
Good pressure there by the Vaqueros, earning that corner. That offensive player there was in a really good position. It kept the Wildcat defender from really taking the ball outside to get it clear. She didn't really have anywhere to go.
For sure. Number 9 for Rio Grande, Nadia Colin. Taking yet another corner kick, and there's a head on that one, but it's going to roll away from the goal. Still Rio Grande ball, another header, and that one's going to go out of bounds. So good job yet again by the Wildcat defense.
In for ACU, number 23, Jacqueline Torres, and number 6, Macy Stevens.
Kick there by Lily Foster, trying to set up the offense.
You kind of see that long ball kind of tactic that ACU's trying again there.
Mm-hmm. Here's Rio Grande ball. And there's going to be a shot on goal there. It's going to come down. I thought it was going to go way over, but good save there by Lily Foster.
Yeah, that one was a little hard to read. You could see some of the spin that it had on the ball moving in the air.
Yeah. And just, you know, looking at the corner flag there, it does seem to be a bit windy. Obviously, our audio's picking up a little bit of that, so may have affected the ball's path there. Yeah, so as we're mentioning, entering conference play, a lot of the teams are entering conference play. Just last night, the ACU Wildcats were down at Lamar in Beaumont, and they put on a show. The football team did. So I believe it was 56-0. So all teams around this time in the season in fall sports are entering conference play. Whack on whack.
It's a good sequence here by the Wildcats.
Here comes Rio Grande. Fighting to stay alive. Going to go down, but it's right back up. And it's going to pass it out. Looks like a good opportunity here. And there's going to be a shot on goal, but it's going to be wide right. Lily Foster.
Both teams have not been afraid to take chances this game.
That's for sure. Yeah, it's they've both taken a lot of shots on goal, and not a lot of them have been very competitive, but they haven't backed off. I think the wind moved the ball a little bit. Here comes Lily Foster. Here's Rio Grande, or the Wildcats.
A little bit of an attack here.
Making a run on goal. Here's 14. Lost possession of it. It's going to be kicked out of bounds. Let's see what the ref says. It's going to be a throw in here. Still a good opportunity to tie up this game with 21:55 left in the second half. Here's number 12. She boots it in the air. It's not going to be anywhere close, and it's going to be Rio Grande ball. Here's Rio Grande with the goal kick. The rest are going to say that went out on Rio Grande. It's going to be ACU ball. Or maybe not. And here's Rio Grande. The Wildcat. Ooh, and a big fall there from Rio Grande. Looks like number
pretty
20.
harmless, but
Refs are gonna
nonetheless a
start
foul.
playing. Yeah. Chrissy Riviera was the one who took the fall there. Ball's back in play. Not much to it on offense there for Rio Grande. ACU booting it across field. And the ball catches a little bit of the back of 27's head there. Here's Rio Grande back on the attack. Maybe a shot on goal there, but it's just going to roll harmlessly out of bounds. Lily Foster is going to get another chance to show off the power in her leg.
Yeah, looks like that shot there was used with the weaker foot of the attacker. Definitely hard sometimes to get some power, to generate some power off of that.
And with 19:30 left in the second half, and at the pace that this game's going, I think Rio Grande may be looking for another goal here to put the game away. So here they are back on offense. Oh, and there's another big trip. Refs are going to call that one. It's going to be Rio Grande ball. It's 23 of the Wildcats coming in hot there. Number 12, I believe, of Rio Grande. Number 7's going to take the kick. Jump ball. No one comes down with it. Here comes the Wildcats are booting it out. Maybe setting up an offense here, but Rio Grande's all over it. Here comes the
Wildcats with some numbers up. Let's see if they can capitalize on this counterattack.
Big
shot from
kick
distance.
There. It's going to fly over the goal, though.
Again, trying to test that keeper, though, I do think with the numbers they had up, it might have fared better if finding another pass or two to see if they could get a better look on goal.
Maybe. Comes the Wildcats. But good job by Rio Grande on defense.
Good skill there by the captain.
Passing it out midfield.
That was almost a beautiful pass by the Vaqueros there, just a little bit off, and ACU's defense was able to snuff it out.
So here we go. Let's look to see if the Wildcats look to set up an offense here. Are they going to Hail Mary again? There's the ball.
Definitely see a sense of urgency in the Wildcats' attack. I think
sure.
they're realizing where they're at in this game and are definitely trying to find a goal to keep this one alive. Because it is worth mentioning, if the Wildcats can tie this game up, we would go into overtime and there'd be another opportunity for them to actually end up getting a win.
For sure.
A shot there by the Vaqueros, going wide.
So here's Lily Foster yet again. And here's the kick. Rio Grande's going to get the header there. And back to Lily Foster. Finds his way to number 23. Working on number 12, trying to get it out of their side of the field, and she does. Into Rio Grande territory. Good job here by Rio Grande. Well, here comes the Wildcats. Number 33 out to 7. A little bit of an errant pass there, and it's going to roll harmlessly into the hands of the goalkeeper. Here comes Rio Grande back on the attack.
As ACU starts searching for this goal to tie this game up, I definitely think you're going to see this game open up, and there's going to be a lot more chances for both sides.
For sure. Going to get subs here. Number 10 in for ACU, number 8 in for Rio Grande. There we go. Rio Grande back on offense.
Finds a pass. Just couldn't get that one out from under her feet. That would have been a good opportunity.
And Rio Grande at this point, like I said, the way the pace has been going in this game, not a lot of incredible offensive possessions. Rio Grande could just be looking to pass the ball around, play stout defense, and run time off the clock here. They don't have to be overly aggressive. And there's a shot on goal, and that's going to go in. I believe that's going to go in because it hit the top of the net. It definitely passed the line, and yes, they're going to count that as a goal.
Yeah, I think we'll get to see here. I think what happened, though, was the goalie was jumping back into the net. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, she definitely got her hands on it and definitely caught it, but it was, yeah, that's definitely a goal.
You can see the top of the net move there.
Past the line, top of the net.
Really good there by ACU, finally finding an opportunity and taking advantage.
Yeah, so finally being aggressive pays off there, and they're going to come away and tie the game up here at 2. Second half with 13:25 left. And much like the first half, it's really starting to get exciting here late.
You can tell ACU has a newfound energy after that goal there.
For sure.
This will turn out to be a good last 13 minutes of this game, given the response that Rio Grande had last half when the Wildcats score. I could only imagine that they're looking to get right back on top of this game.
For sure. And already with 2 goals in this game, they've matched their season high at 2 goals. The ACU offense has. So unusually offensive game for ACU, but then again, their defense has been playing as good as always. Here's number 12. Oh, a bit of shoving there. What's the ref going to call? It's going to be ACU ball.
I think just some frustration there by the Vaqueros. I think ACU's plan coming in this game to pressure the Rio Grande goalie has definitely paid off.
Yeah. And yeah, that strategy that you were talking about, you know, staying aggressive, keeping the shots on goal constantly, ended up working out.
Yeah.
We got a player down on the field for Rio Grande. And she's a bit slow to get up, but she's going to walk off under her own power. They're ball back in Wildcat defense. There's Rio Grande making their way downfield, but the Wildcats doing the same, crossing midfield. Here's 33. And here we go, Rio Grande. Trying to get the ball out of their territory. At midfield, the Rio Grande player is down. Play continues though. Oh, and there's a big fall there. She looks like she's going to be slow to get up, but here's number 12. Still got a player down. And the ref's going to call for a stoppage play here. Big hit here. Let's see what happened. And yeah, it was just Rio Grande trying to make a play on the ball there. Got her legs tangled up, and she goes down hard. 10:08 left to play in the second half. Got the trainers out there looking at her.
Let's hope she's okay.
Yeah, it looks like just a little bit of a stinger there. She's going to walk it off.
Yeah, just kind of looked like a weird fall there. Nothing too crazy or nothing too harmful by the ACU attacker there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but it's been a fairly aggressive game. There's been a few tumbles and falls, but everyone's been walking off under their own power, which is good to see.
Into the vaqueros, number 3, Delaney Carroll. And number 22, Madeline Von Moller.
So the ball's going to be deep in Rio Grande Valley territory. Looks like it's going to be Rio Grande ball here.
I believe what's happened here, I think, is a drop ball of some sort, since the ref just had to stop the play abruptly, and it wasn't because of anyone going out of bounds. And
Yeah, the time will continue to click.
a bit of a errant clear there by the Vaqueros, giving ACU a chance to keep the ball in their half.
Good job by the Wildcats getting fast back on offense there on the inbounds pass, but good defense by Rio Grande. They're going to switch field position.
Looking to counter here.
2-on-1. And a good back and forth here. And it's going to be Rio Grande ball. Here's a throw-in. Another chance to add another goal on the scoreboard here. But it's going to be cleared by the Wildcats. Still Rio Grande ball, though. They're going to say, I believe she stepped out of bounds. Turnover here. 8:49 left in the second half. Here come the Wildcats. Oh, and a big fall there. Wildcats back on offense. Fighting for it at midfield.
Wildcats with numbers here.
Here comes number 12. Good through ball, but it's going to go out of bounds.
It was a good idea, just too much on that pass there. I think ACU has really been finding the ways that the Vaqueros are having a hard time stopping on defense.
For sure. Could have set up an offensive possession there, but like you said, just a little too much on that pass.
Yeah.
Give me a goal kick. Rio Grande. And a couple of headers. It's going to be Wildcats ball. And here come the Wildcats.
It's going to be a corner. It's real good pressure there by ACU, causing the defender to maybe think a little bit too much there, and she felt that pressure coming and wasn't able to do probably what she wanted to with that ball.
For sure. So here we go with 7:30 left in the game. Maybe one of the last good opportunities to get a goal here. Get the lead. Here's the Wildcats. Miss the header. Rio Grande's going to fight for it, and it's going to be punted out of bounds by the Wildcats. So no team, either team, not really having success with the corner kicks, just being very well defended on both sides. So here's the Wildcats in Rio Grande territory. Ooh, and a fall there from 18, but still going to be Wildcats ball. Penalty being assessed.
Again, I think this is going to be one of those times where ACU's just going to try to throw something in the box and see if they can catch the keeper out again. And let's just
maybe try and get a header bounce pass in.
Yep.
Gonna need a good kick here from number 12. Here it is. It's up. Well defended there by Rio Grande. '88 went down, but she's back up. Wincing a little bit as she runs to the ball. Here comes Rio Grande.
Good skill there.
A little bit of a fast break. Good ball handling. 2-on-4. Working our way back out. Oh, way to keep that alive. Let's see who gets to it. Wildcats just going to boot it out of bounds. Here comes Rio Grande trying to stay aggressive. Number 6. Maybe thought she had a shot on goal, but not fast enough. It's going to be an easy save for Lily Foster.
Both teams playing really, really fast here, trying to catch the other team off guard.
Maybe see if they can get a
Oh,
goal
little
before
play here.
going into overtime. Here come the Wildcats. Oh, and a good opportunity there, but she's just going to boot it over the goal.
Yeah, just got the technique wrong there. You could just tell that she was just leaning back the whole time, and that's just reason for your shot to go over the crossbar there.
And props to the Rio Grande defense, too. They stayed on her girl and forced the errant shot. Here's a goal kick. Wildcats back on offense, though. Errant pass. It's going to turn it over yet again. Wildcats on defense are just going to hit it out of bounds. Get a second to regroup. And here's a throw-in. Big hit there, but it's going to Switching
Oh,
fields
here
now.
we go.
Here's number 12, or 14 rather, but the goalkeeper is going to get to it. Aggressive play there by the goalkeeper, but it's going to pay off. Rio Grande staying solid on defense. 3:30 left in the game. Here's Rio Grande down the sideline.
This looks like a handball there
Yeah.
by the Vaqueros.
Just unintentional throwing her hand out there. Hit the ball. Here come the Wildcats. Big kick there. Oh, and someone got ran over at the top of the key. 17's back up. So here comes Rio Grande. Staying aggressive. 2:40 left on the clock. Keeping it in play. Oh, and a good move there. 6 has an open shot on the goal. Elects not to take it. Passes it out, and she's going to miss wide left. Really good opportunity there. I mean, I thought 6 could have taken that shot maybe, but elects to give it to her teammate.
Yeah, setting your player up for a shot in itself is sometimes the better option there, and I think that was her thought process there, to find another pass to see if there's a better angle on goal.
For sure. Willie Foster has garnered quite a few saves this game.
See what ACU can do here in the last 2 minutes.
Good pass, but it's swallowed up by Rio Grande. Keeping it quick on offense. Big kick there by the Wildcats. 15's on it. Outnumbered heavily here. Manages to get it by 1, but not 2. It's going to be Rio Grande ball. Rio Grande past midfield. Trying to find an open girl, but can't. Wildcats are going to clear it, boot it out of bounds, and here's Rio Grande. Back on offense.
Less than a minute left here in regular time. Again, if there is no goals, we will be going to overtime.
Here come the Wildcats. 35 seconds left. Let's see if they can get something. Good pass there. Just couldn't come away with it. And Wildcats maybe had an opportunity there, but then it's shot out of bounds.
Those bouncing balls, sometimes it's kind of hard to get your technique right on those.
Mm-hmm.
Even pros can mess that up sometimes.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. 9 seconds left in regular time.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And it's still tied at 2 at the end of the second half, so we're going to be going into overtime. We'll be back here in a little bit. It's 2-2 here in Abilene, Texas. In the huddle here. Yeah, and like we said before, this overtime obviously is not PKs. It's just a normal match here, and first one to score, first one wins. It's going to be Rio Grande ball here because the Wildcats had it to start the second half. So just 10-minute overtimes here. If nobody scores at the end of the first one, we'll go to the second one, and if we're still scoreless after that, it ends in a tie. Here comes Rio Grande. Wildcats, aggressive off the bat.
Pays off for them, they get a throw in.
Here we go. First offensive possession here for the Wildcats in the corner. Someone's going to take a fall. The ball didn't go out of bounds, though. There it goes. Going to be a throw-in for ACU. Tossing it in there. Wildcats ball. Looking a lot more methodical in overtime than they were in the second half. There's a turnover. Here's the Wildcats. Good defense right now by Rio Grande. There's a big clear on the ACU sides of the field. That ball went out on 25. It's going to be Wildcat ball. Throwing kind of ate her up there, and it's going to be a turnover. Here comes Rio Grande down on the Wildcat side of the field. But good defense, though. Past midfield, it's going to go out of bounds. Rio Grande ball. So there's a throw in. Wildcats looking to make a play here, but the ball's going to go out of bounds yet again. 7:50 left in the first overtime. It's going to be Rio Grande ball. And the Wildcats are going to kick it out of bounds yet again. Here we go. It's going to be Wildcat ball now. Maybe a chance to set up an offense here, get something going. It's Rio Grande after the turnover.
Looking to get an attack going. Good skill there.
Oh, and
kind of sliced at that ball.
Yeah, change field there, but
good idea on the shot.
Yeah. So the ref's going to say that maybe it touched a Wildcat there before it went out of bounds. Rio Grande ball still. Here's the toss. And here we go. Good defense as always from the Wildcats, changing field positions. There's going to be a penalty called. Wildcat ball, deep in their own territory.
Good touch there by the defender.
Maybe you have a chance here. Shot on goal from way out. That one was close to going in. The goalkeeper was back in the goal. Obviously stopped it, but a few feet back, and that may have gone in, even though she saved it. Here come the Wildcats.
Ball into the box.
And there's another shot on goal. And yet another save for the keeper. She's playing it dangerous, staying close to that line in the goal. And that may be what the second Wildcat goal, that may be the error that she made, is she was playing a bit too far back, because if you remember, she caught it, but while it was in her hands, it went into the goal. But here comes Rio Grande. Good defense yet again by the Wildcats, kicking it out of bounds. It's going to be a throw-in.
Yeah, the positioning there of the Wildcat defender really gave the Vaqueros no option there, but just for a throw-in out of bounds.
There's 7. Good throw-in there. Rio Grande has possession, shot on goal, but good save there by Lily Foster. Getting down the ground and getting that one. And good throw out. Wildcats looking to switch field position now.
Yeah, as good as the ACU defense has been, I think their one thing that they've got to work on is just marking their girls in the box.
For sure.
It's been where a lot of the second chance opportunities have come for Rio Grande.
So ball flies out of bounds. It's going to be a corner kick opportunity for Rio Grande Valley. Have a chance to put it away here with 3:42 left in the first overtime. Kick was nowhere near her teammates. Wildcats were the first to touch it, but Rio Grande keeping it alive, and it's cleared. Wildcats looking for an offensive opportunity, but there's a big tumble there. Rio Grande ball. And there goes Lily Foster is going to save that one, and she's going to drop kick that across midfield. And it's going to be Wildcats ball. See if they can get something going here.
Good switch of play there.
Good pass. And that's going to be good defense there by Rio Grande.
Cross in for the Wildcats.
Big pass here.
Oh, and it's a goal!
And there's a header for the ACU Wildcats. That's going to end the game there. I believe that was number 15 maybe with the header. Good pass from way downtown.
And you just see the Wildcats offense rising up high for this goal here. That was just a great play overall.
That's going to be number 15, Emily Heidman. She was attacking them offensively all game, and finally it pays off there. 3-2 is going to be the final score here in Abilene, and that is, and one overtime, the Wildcats come on top. Good game all around, offensively and defensively from the Wildcats. And it's finally going to pay off. Their aggressiveness that we saw in the second half continued over into overtime. And there we go into 3-2 victory. So thank you all for joining us. This has been a presentation of the Western Athletic Conference. This was UT Rio Grande Valley versus Abilene Christian University. 3-2 is your final score from Elmer Field here in Abilene, Texas. And thank you for watching us, and we'll see y'all next time.